beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome to Nameless, the one thing you must recall. It is a very beautiful looking visual novel. I played a game made by Sharets already called Dandelion last year. I don't know how many of you actually watched that, but I'm pretty excited to play Nameless. Nameless is pretty old. I think this game was made in 2013 or so, and I'm playing in 2017. I already played a little bit of it, so I kind of know the gist of the storyline as of now. I only stopped up to where we actually see the boys come alive from being dolls. Let's actually start into the game. Must start a new one. So if it responds, game. Okay. I really don't understand what it means by selective keys. So get the name. I don't know what that part means. So yeah. Prologue. It's gonna be weird because I kind of already read everything. Blinding white light fills my sight. My arms and legs feel lighter, and soon I feel my body hover. Where am I? Maybe in a dream. I gather the strength to walk forward despite my feet barely touching the ground. No matter how far I go, white space continues without end. I open my eyes but can't see or hear anything. I stop and look around. The place, so pure and clean, but for some reason I feel sad. This place, surrounded by glimmering light white as snow, is breathtakingly beautiful, but such extreme beauty can only belong in another world. I hope the music isn't too loud. I see something blurred far away. I couldn't see properly because of the glaring light coming at me from all directions. All I could make out was a tall person and another slightly shorter. Two people.
정말 그것으로 괜찮습니까?
Are you really okay with that? And there is voice acting. I turned them off in Dandelion because I kind of already heard it, but a lot of the reviews I've read told me to keep the voice acting on. It helps you feel the more emotional power behind it, and apparently a lot of the voice actors, some of them are really emotional, so it kind of brings you to tears. Someone cried, so I'm an emotional person, so if I start crying, I'm sorry.
을 믿는 건가요?
Do you believe? Who are they? Why are they talking? Oh, what are they talking about?
모르겠어.
Oh, let me turn off the... Okay, I'm having issues here. Alright, the music was just so awfully loud. I do not know.
대답과 행동이 맞지 않는군요. 좋습니다. 지금의 당신에게는 그것이 어울리니까요.
Answer does not match your actions. Alright, that is what suits you right now.
좋을 대로 하시죠. 단, 선택에 따른 결과는 모두 당신의 몫이라는 것만 기억해 주세요.
Do as you please, except remember that you are responsible for the consequences of your choice.
모든 것은 당신의 의지였다는 걸 잊지 마시길.
Do not forget that everything was done solely by your own will. The thing is, I don't know, since this is like the first bit of recording, I don't know if you guys would just like want to read their line on your own. So maybe I'll just not read their line and I'll just read my line and you guys can read their line. I don't know, some people just listen to this like as a storybook. So I just read everything. So I don't know what to do. You guys can tell me what to do. I'm just going to be recording this for like a week. Hopefully just a week of content or 2 weeks, and after that I'll read the comments. So if you guys want to just hear their voice and read it on your own, or do you want me to read it after? For now I'll just read it after.
알겠어.
I understand.
자, 그럼 이것을 받으세요.
Now then, take this. The tall man hands over something, and the man who took it looked down for a while and slowly turned to my side. His lips seemed to move a little. What? He seems to be talking to me. Let's go a little closer. Suddenly, fierce wind started to rip through. The wind seemed to will me out of this place. Hold on, not yet. Wait, I haven't. We're gone. Phew. Along the wind, a huge amount, because I don't know how to pronounce that word, of feathers flew around and blocked my sight. I parted through the wind blowing towards me and made my way to him with all the strength I had. The moment I thought I finally reached him, I fell into a bottomless pit, along with countless feathers. I was woken up by a noisy alarm clock. Is it morning? Ugh, but I think I was dreaming about something just now. I keep tracing my memory, but still fuzzy from sleep. I cannot remember. I don't dream often, so the feeling after having one feels strange. My most recent dream was... right, it was then. It was when Grandpa died, about 3 years ago from now. The day I fell asleep. Tired of remembering my grandpa who was no longer by my side, I had a dream about waking up to a peaceful morning with him. In my dream, I saw him smiling and waking me up as always, telling me, "You'll be late if you don't get up now." And then the next morning, when I realized that his smile was all just a dream. Oh no, this won't do. Let's just think happy thoughts in the morning. Anyways, it's definitely been a long time since I had a dream. I drew the curtains as soon as I got out of bed. The window was slightly wet from the rain last night, but as a result, the sky was incredibly clear. Wow, the weather is so good today. Grandpa, isn't today perfect to hang out the laundry? I stared at the small frame picture on the desk. This house used to be the place where two people, my grandpa and I, used to live. He took care of me instead of my parents who went abroad for research. I listened to him more after I grew up because I'd lived with him since I was little. Most pictures are of Grandpa and I. Grandpa's smile was in all the pictures and pinned at the board above the desk. I really love this, like the Polaroids up here, it's so cute. I cannot even begin to describe the amount of shock I received when he passed away from a chronic illness. Days passed by with me constantly passing out from crying so hard. Unable to bear seeing me like this, my parents suggested that I move to the States with them. But I shook my head. I didn't want to be a burden to their research, but more importantly, I couldn't leave this house. This house itself was full of memories I had with Grandpa.
얘가 고집을? 큰일이에요, 여보. 얘 자기 할아버지를 닮아서 한 번 고집 피우면 좀처럼 꺽질했는데.
She's being stubborn. It's serious, honey. She's stubborn like her grandfather. She won't budge.
정말 괜찮겠니? 그러지 말고 함께 가자꾸나. 엄마 아빠 일이라면 걱정하지 말고.
Are you sure you'll be alright? Please don't be like that. You don't have to worry about our work. No, it's really fine. All my friends are here. I want to graduate in Korea.
네가 정 그렇다면야 할 수 없구나.
You say so. Alright. As they commonly say, no parent can persuade a child otherwise. I saw them off in their disappointed smiles, and I became alone in this house. The house is a bit too big to live in by myself. I slowly looked around the living room. Grandpa, it's already been over a year. Time flies by really fast, doesn't it? Around the house, there are still many traces of him other than the pictures. I'm living to the fullest just by myself, so don't worry. At first, I wasn't used to being alone, so every night I blankly stared inside the empty house, and every time it just made me feel more and more lonely. But now everything is alright, because I had those kids. I see the desk muddled with diaries and pens, and on the shelf next to it were my most cherished treasures. They are the joy of my life and my precious friends who gave me back my smile. Hey everyone, had a good night's sleep? Mom's right, I really am a carbon copy of Grandpa. He really loved books, and it was his hobby to collect antique books. The house always smelled of all kinds of books, and in my case, it was my hobby to collect dolls. And as you guys know, my fear of dolls, I really dislike dolls. I don't want any dolls. I prefer to just collect plushies, which I've had like a bad habit of doing, and then as I got older and I had to move out, I had to donate some of my stuffed animals. I still have a lot with me, and I eventually had to get rid of them, and I've been trying to be good and not getting any more plushies. Crowy Doll is a company that produced these dolls. I call it the company that gives dolls souls. The first day I got to know about Crowy Doll through the internet, I had this intense feeling. After that day, I started collecting the allowance my parents sent me, and finally one day, as I desperately hoped for, I got my first doll. He died after I bought my first doll. Oh, and that's when I devoted myself more to collecting dolls. Collecting dolls became more important to my life because I was left alone in this huge empty house. I ended up getting 4 more dolls, and now I have 5 in total. They were quite expensive to buy for the average student, so I had to cut back on other expenses. That's some dedication, to cut back money just to get dolls. Like, I see it on Instagram of a lot of like doll collectors, and they take like professional pictures of their dolls, and they're like really pretty, but creepy as well, like a creepy pretty. And just seeing them like work so hard drawing on the eyes, it's crazy. It's crazy. And their hair, don't even. Hi, young master. This doll standing here flaunting his long, shiny silver hair is Lance, the first doll I ever bought. And Lance is the first one we're gonna go after. I actually have a guide pulled up on who we should be going after in order, since some characters do mention other characters, and it wouldn't make sense if I don't know the other characters. So Lance is the very first one. Lance is the one doll that always stood by me when Grandpa was alive. Good morning. You're cute as usual. The doll with its tiny, delicate face and bashfully gathered hands is Yunho, Krobi doll's prototype. The day I met him, I was surfing the internet as usual after coming home. Then I saw Yunho being sold in an auction for a ridiculous price, and without hesitating, I clicked the bidding button. Later, when I opened the delivered box containing Yunho, I unconsciously screamed out of happiness. What kind of person was the owner selling such a pretty doll at such a cheap price? Yunho seems like he will never betray me, even if I love him unconditionally. And that is probably the biggest reason why I bought him. I love how each one she has like a personality for. Hello, warrior. Earth is safe today, all because of you. I'm in the hair of a red-haired doll. Meeting Red was special. I feel like Red would be the character I would go after. I just have a problem with going after mysterious dudes in games. I don't know. It's a problem. People were a bit surprised when Krobi Doll announced the action hero type doll Red in their new release conference. Krobi Doll has always been known for their charming and mature male dolls. Amongst all the worry, Krobi Doll recruited testers for Red, and luckily I was selected. When my name was announced, I couldn't believe my ears. But unfortunately, after the conference, Red was not officially released. They only chose one tester to give this doll for free, and that was me. It's still a shame that they didn't release the doll afterwards. It would have been nice for him to have gained popularity and be officially released, but as a result, I was the only person in the whole world to own Red. But I can't help but feel gloomy every time I look at him. Huh? Look at the weather today. It makes me feel better just by looking. I feel like I'm looking at you. I raised the brunette doll's hand and waved. There was a lot of backstory behind how I was able to get Tay. When Krobi Doll first released Tay, his popularity was beyond imagination. Being limited edition along with having a dandy and handsome face brought out an explosive response from the fans. As a result, I failed to purchase it. I could only get him used because he was limited edition, but I'm fine with it. I mean, the blonde one, Yunho, he was also used because she bought it from an auction, I'm assuming eBay. I see the tallest doll among the five. The tall black-haired doll with a slender body and a model-like feel is Yuri. Unlike the existing dolls in Krobi Doll's adult line, he seems realistic and looks like a mature adult male. The number of visitors still explode when I post pictures of you on the blog. It was Yuri who saved my blog from wasting away to rot. I received a lot of comments when I uploaded pictures of him. Whatever, I think like that too. His broad shoulders and beautiful figure oozes sexiness. kind of creepy weird that a doll is oozing sexiness, but I'm not gonna judge. It's as if he's telling us with his body, I'm cool. I doubt more explanation is needed. Money was a bit tight from the expense, but I have zero regrets. Anyway, the new shoe should arrive today. To whom should I put them on first? Oh, you guys should tell me what guy you guys would go after. I have a feeling I would go after Red, just based on looks, since that's all we're basing it on right now is looks. Even though she did tell us a little bit about their personality. Personality-wise, I feel like I would go after Lance or Tay. I straighten myself and stretch. The five dolls watch in silence. Although they are lifeless dolls, it has become a habit to talk to them like this. Darn, I'll be late. I have to get ready. And here we go. Put that toast in your mouth and run. The clock was heading towards 8. I picked up my uniform sprawled on the floor and was heading out the door when I suddenly halted. I hurried back to my room and said goodbye to the dolls. Watch the house, everyone. I'll be back. They said nothing in return, but I said bye as if they were real people. That little pillow thing on her bed, I keep seeing it as an egg yolk. Made it. I was able to make it on time after catching the last bus. I was in ruins after surviving the crowded bus, but all that matters is that I wasn't late. I'm really going to wake up early starting from tomorrow, otherwise I'll die like this. I pledge this every day, but I never really actually done it.
오호라, 오늘은 UFO가 동쪽에 떴냐? 머리카락 손질 좀 해. 하긴 매일 아침 그렇게 다양한 방향으로 머리 안테나를 세우는 것도 재주긴 재주다 얘.
Oh, did the UFO rise from the west today? Fix your hair. Although it really is a talent having your hair stick up like that in different directions every morning. Huh? Oh, hi, good morning. I sit on my desk, pressing my stuck-up hair back to my head. She approaches the seat next to me. The way she sweeps her shiny, voluptuous curls, or the way she drops her eyes, reek of elegance. All you have to see is her fearless voice and confident moves to notice her self-assured personality.
너도 좋은 아침.
When I first saw her, she is so pretty. Like, that hair color, I want that hair color in life. For life. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of Asians want blonde hair for some reason, or like light hair. I think it's because I can't achieve it because my hair is so dark, and I want something light on me. And I just love her bow. Just that whole look. I want it. Good morning to you too.
그런데 밤마다 뭘 하길래 그렇게 매일 아슬아슬하게 지각을 면하는 거야? 너 혹시 나 몰래 남친이라도 만나냐?
What do you do every night that makes you barely come here on time? Do you have a secret boyfriend or something? Well, if you count my dolls as like secret boyfriends. Well, I do have doll boyfriends. Last night I was so absorbed with taking pictures of the dolls that I went to bed at dawn.
안녕.
Hey! I hear another voice behind me. I turn around to see a girl with short boyish hair right behind my back. And when I first saw her, I thought it was a dude. And I was like, what? But she's like a really gorgeous looking person. Girls in class stared as I saw her standing slanted with her hands in her pockets. But it does not seem like we would hang out with these two, honestly. Hi, Shinbi. Soy, Shinbi, and I are called a trio in this class. Soy and Shinbi were childhood friends since they were little, and I became friends with them after I entered this academy. I never thought I'd be friends with them at first because they're gorgeous and showy looks. Yeah, because she's like the princess, girly, and then it's like the tomboyish version, and then we have me, normal. Too original. Yeah, at first.
그래서 말인데 넌 어떻게 생각해?
So, what do you think? What? Sorry, I missed it. Say that again?
뭐야, 사람이 얘기하고 있는데 너 또 그 멍 때리는 버릇 나온 거야?
Hey, I was talking here. Are you staring at nothing again?
됐어. 아무튼 이거 말이야 이거. 네가 보기엔 어떤 디자인이 나은 것 같아?
Anyways, about this. Here, which design looks better to you? Oh, it's Shinbi. Soy handed me a magazine. Top 5 cute dresses in trend for girls. The gorgeous model posing in a pretty dress looks familiar. You know, the one thing that's weird, like, I've never actually looked at a beauty magazine, like, clothing-wise. I mean, I now get, like, beauty magazines of makeup, and I get super pumped up for that. But I've never actually looked at a fashion magazine. I wonder if it's pretty cool and hyped up that it appears to be. I feel like just need to buy one, but it's really, no, that's really dumb to do. The name of the model written in the bottom left of the page looks familiar too. Shinbi. Ever since Shinbi was street cast, she has often missed classes for modeling work. Soy tells me she has a lot of fans and is quite popular nowadays. But Shinbi herself doesn't seem to be into those things.
그나저나 신비야, 너 요새 잡지란 잡지에는 다 나오던데 힘들지 않아?
Anyway, Shinbi, you're everywhere in the magazines nowadays. Isn't it hard?
조금 그럭저럭 견딜만 해.
A bit. It's okay though.
너도 참 고생이다. 그러니까 나처럼 그때 거절하지 그랬어.
You have it tough. You should have said no like I did. Why would you say no, Soy? Soy was beside Shinbi when she was cast, and so was offered too, but refused right at the spot. If you model, won't you be able to meet cute male models? I asked her why later on, and she replied like this.
아직 내공이 부족하구나 친구야. 모델은 아니야. 보기만 해서는 만족할 수 없다고.
You have a long way to go, my friend. Modeling isn't it. I can't be satisfied with just looking.
내가 원하는 건 한 단계 높은 차원. 그래! 모델의 몸을 마음껏 만질 수 있는 디자이너 같은 게 더 좋지.
I want something on a higher level. Yes, I'd rather be a designer who could touch the models as much as she wants, because she's a pervert. After that, I didn't listen carefully.
눈부셔. 오늘은 왜 잠잠한가 했다.
God, it's so bright. I was wondering why today was so quiet. She turned her head towards the flashlight. Countless phones were flashing through the windows on the hallway. It's a sight that has become common due to Shinbi's rising popularity. Everyone seems to have waited for this moment.
지난주에는 신비가 수업 들으러 자주 나오지 못했으니 더 극성인 거지. 나도 지난주에는 매점에서 만나서 겨우 인사만 했어.
They're more desperate because Shinbi missed class a lot last week. Even I just barely said hi at the cafeteria last week.
야, 근데 넌 수업은 안 들을 거면서 그날은 왜 온 거야?
Hey, why did you come to school that day if you weren't going to come to class?
우유 사러.
To buy milk. What?
여기에서밖에 안 파는 게 있어.
There's one that's only sold here. Alright. Yep.
네.
Right.
아, 맞다. 매점 이야기가 나와서 말인데 나 아까 오전에 심장 떨어질 뻔한 일이 있었어.
Oh yeah, speaking of the cafeteria, I almost had a heart attack this morning. A heart attack? Why?
아, 그게 말이야. 신비가 아침부터 딸기 우유가 마시고 싶다고 해서 둘이 매점에 가고 있었거든?
Okay, listen. We were heading to the cafeteria because Shinbi said she wanted strawberry milk. Hey, strawberry milk is a jam. I would go to school just for strawberry milk.
넌 아침부터 그걸 2개나 마시고 싶냐?
Do you really want to drink 2 of those in the morning? In front of you. What?
앞에 있어.
In front of you.
앞에 뭐가 있다?
What's in front of...
아침부터 시끄럽군.
Well, hello there. It's morning and it's already it's noisy.
유진 선생님, 대체 그게 뭐예요?
Mr. Yushin? Is that how she's pronounced? I don't know. What is that?
아까부터 깍깍 시끄럽다. 조용히 말해도 다 들려. 뭘 가지고 그렇게 호들갑이야?
You've been screaming and it's loud. I can still hear you without you yelling. What's the big fuss about?
피요! 온몸이 삐뚤어지잖아요. 그리고 손에 든 건 뭐예요? 설마 칼은 아니겠죠? 네!
Blood. You're covered in blood. And what's that in your hands? Is that a knife? Is it?
119.
Call 911.
응? 아, 이거 말인가? 소란 피울 거 없어. 이건 말이지. 자,
What? Oh, this? It's nothing. This is... Here.
저리 치우세요! 이건...
Ew! Get that away from me. Huh? It's...
케첩.
그래, 케첩이다. 아침으로 햄버거를 먹으려고 했거든. 그런데 너무 커서 먹기 힘들어서 말이야.
Okay, I thought he was gonna say more because there's more on my page, but alright. Yes, ketchup. I wanted a burger for breakfast, but it was too big to eat, so I cut it with a surgical knife. Some got on my clothes. Burger for breakfast? That sounds heavenly. I mean, I wouldn't want greasy food early in the morning, but you know, whatever.
왜 그러고 서 있지? 하하, 너희도 먹고 싶어서 그런가? 좋아, 나눠주지. 나를 따라 양호실로 오도록 해.
Why are you guys standing like that? Oh, do you guys want some? Okay, I'll share.
나를 따라 양호실로 오도록 해. 그러고 보니 신비, 모처럼 이거 하니 너의 비골에 대해 진지하게 얘기도 나누고 싶고.
Follow me to the infirmary. Oh, and Shinbi, since you're coming anyways, I would love to have a serious chat about your fibula.
어머, 나 좀 봐. 나 다이어트 하고 있었지. 그럼 저희는 가볼게요. 선생님, 아디오.
I just love her reactions, like quickly bail. Oh, that reminds me, I was on a diet. We'll be off then. Au revoir. No, au revoir. Au revoir, Mr. Yushin?
잠깐.
Wait.
난 진짜로 심장이 떨어질 뻔했다니까. 왜 아침부터 햄버거를 먹다 그 난리를 치냐 이거야. 그리고
I really almost had a heart attack. Why did he have to eat a burger in the morning and soy punch a table?
대체 왜 음식 자르는데 수술용 나이프를 쓰냐고. 여기는 대체 비품 관리를 어떻게 하는 거야?
Why in the world did he use a surgical knife to cut food? How do they take care of the equipment here? I mean, why is there a surgical knife in the first place? We don't even learn anatomy.
정말 처음에 얼굴만 보고 설렜던 내가 미쳤었지.
Really, I was crazy to have to have had a crush on him just for his looks. Weren't cute looks all that mattered?
무슨 소리야. 잘생긴 외모는 사랑을 시작하기 위한 조건일 뿐이야. 진정한 사랑을 위해서는 그 다음이 중요해.
What are you talking about? Good looks are just necessary for starting love. What comes next is more important for true love.
잘 들어. 외모는 기본적으로 통과해야 할 관문이라고. 두 번째 관문은 정상인일 것. 양호 선생의 경우엔 두 번째에서 탈락이야.
Listen carefully. Appearance is simply the first gate guys have to pass. The second gate is being normal. Mr. Yushin failed to pass the second one. I nod. I agree that he's not normal.
그리고 세 번째 관문이 뭔지 알아?
Do you know what the third gate is? What is it?
바로 매너야, 매너. 하지만 네 번째 관문을 통과하지 못하면 이 모든 게 소용없는 법. 네 번째 관문은
It's manners. Alright, that seems logical. Oh, but if they don't pass the fourth gate, all of those are useless. The fourth one is... Soy's eyes glimmered.
바로 능력이지. 하지만 이건 역시 다섯째 관문을 통과하지 못하면 잘 구운 스테이크에 간장을 뿌려대는 것과 마찬가지야.
I really like her little heart detail over here. Capability. But again, if you can't pass the fifth gate, it's just like spraying soy sauce onto a beautifully cooked steak. The fifth gate is... Hey, you listening? I just hope that someone manages to pass all those gates before she becomes a wrinkly grandmother.
그러고 보니
Now that I think about it... Yeah?
양호 선생이 너 찾고 있던 것 같은데.
The school nurse. Looking for you. What?
맞다. 그러고 보니 너 오면 양호실에 들르라고 했었다.
Oh, right. He said you should stop by the infirmary. What? Thanks for telling me so quickly.
그럴 수도 있지 뭐. 보건위원 잘 다녀오시게. 건투를 비네.
No biggie, Miss Health Commissioner. Have a safe trip. I wish you good luck. Alright. Thank you. What was the fifth step, though? Stage. I said it weakly. As I walked drowned in my thoughts, I quickly arrived in front of the infirmary. I should listen to Soy and stop staring at nothing. I tapped both my hands with both my cheeks with my whatever. He looked for.
베아트리체. 이 아름다운 4번 척추의 자태를 보라지. 베아트리체. 어째서 넌 이렇게도 매혹적인 걸까?
God. Oh, he's done? Okay. This is so cringy, this wire. Oh, Beatrice, look at that beautiful fourth lumbar vertebrae. Beatrice, how can you be this enchanting? There cannot be another woman more beautiful than you. Talking to the skeleton here. The handsome guy was embracing a skeleton model and ardently confessing his love in the morning. He's so good looking. What a shame. There are more than a few people who are blessed with good looks, but miserably fail at using them. Will others think like this of me playing with dolls? Let's make sure no one knows. I believe that some hobby should remain a secret was not wrong. Mr. Yushin, I heard you asked for me. He looked at me with bitter eyes for interrupting their private quality time. He looks dandy as always, just the looks.
학생이군. 부른 지 한참 된 것 같은데 이제야 온 건가?
A student. I asked for you some time ago, and now here you are. He had me run errands that often, but still doesn't know my name. He doesn't know the name of most kids. Oh, but he did seem to remember Soy and Shinbi's name. Probably because they're pretty. Of course, his idea of beauty is a bit different from those of others. Oh, sorry. I forgot.
뭐 좋아. 저기 있는 녀석을 준비실로 옮기도록.
Well, alright. Move that guy to the prep room. He pointed at the upper body anatomy model he frequently used during classes. His name was, I think, Christopher. Whenever I ran errands, he often told me all kinds of stories. One of them was about Christopher. Christopher is apparently Beatrice's half-brother. Mr. Yushin is honestly annoyed with him, but he takes care of him because Beatrice adores him. Such a tear-jerking story. I don't think I can carry this alone. Although the model was just the upper body, it was too heavy for a girl to carry alone. I picked the model up in a quite unattractive pose. He didn't give me a single glance despite me struggling to pick it up. Well, Mr. Yujin, I'll be heading out.
아, 베아트리치. 넌 어찌 이렇게 아름다운 견갑골을 가지고 있는 거지?
Alright. Oh, Beatrice. How can you have such beautiful shoulder blades? How can you seduce me like this? I already adore every single particle of you. And we're gonna stop right here, because... a weirdo. And as you guys can see, I did have save files, but that was just to play a little bit around. Anyway, I hope you guys are gonna be quite excited for this new visual novel on my channel. This visual novel is not new at all. It's quite old and there are already playthroughs on it, but I wanted to play it really bad because I love Dandelion, and apparently this version we're not gonna have to do like heart meter stuff, which is quite satisfying because that was a pain in my butt. Trying to make sure I didn't have too many hearts with certain characters, and then having the right amount, and then collecting stamps. It was just a whole lot of work for a visual novel, and visual novels, I just tend to like to read it and pick my choice. And whatever ending I get, I get. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.